What if I told you there's a simplest smaller than your thumbnail that could send warm blood rushing back into your male vitality in just 60 seconds? I'm not talking about pills, prescriptions, or tricks. I'm talking about something natural, overlooked, and shockingly powerful. For many men over 60, this one tiny spice has reignited their energy, improved their circulation, and even restored the kind-off intimate connection they thought was gone for good. I'm Dr. Laura, professor of urology and men's health specialist with over 20 years of experience helping men regain their confidence, strength, and vigor. And what I'm about to share with you isn't theory. It's what I use with real patients every day. Here's the strange part. This spice was used by warriors before battle and by men before intimate moments for centuries. Yet, most modern medicine ignores it completely. Now, new science confirms what ancient wisdom knew all along. That compound hidden inside this spice can naturally boost blood flow and even outperform synthetic aids without these side effects. In this video, I'll walk you through 10 key truths. Why intimate responses diminish after 60. What's slightly limiting your circulation. And how just one clove a day can restore hormonal balance, energy, and sleep. I'll give you the exact 60-second method, the best time to take it, and what to expect after 7, 14, and 30 days. And stay with me because the most important moment, the one thing that brings it all together, comes at the end. Your vitality isn't gone. It's just waiting to be reawakened. Let's begin. Before we dive in, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss another natural health tip designed specifically for men over 60. And if you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type a 0. Your feedback helps me create better, more effective content just for you. Now, let's begin with the truth most men have never been told. If your intimate responses have faded or feel weaker after 60, it's not your fault. And it's not just aging. In fact, there's a clear reversible reason why this happens. And understanding it is the first step to getting your strength back. Why intimate responses diminish after 60 and why it's not your fault. I'll never forget a man named Robert who came into my office a few years ago. He was 67, retired, and sat quietly before saying, "Doc, I just don't feel like almond anymore." He wasn't asking for a miracle. He just wanted to feel a vegan, present, confident, and connected to his partner. And what he didn't know at the time, what most men don't realize, that his situation wasn't unique. In fact, it's something I hear from thousands of men. You see, after 60, the blood vessels that supply your male anatomy begin to stiffen and narrow. These vessels are incredibly small, about the size of a hair, and any inflammation, stress, or limited circulation over the years slowly impacts them. Intimate responses don't disappear overnight. They fade little by little, and when they do, it diminishes your confidence. But here's what matters most. It's not permanent. It's not reversible. And it's certainly not your fault. Your body still remembers how to respond. It's just waiting for the right support, the right trigger to open up the blood flow again. No pill can restore that natural function forever. But nature knows how to heal. And one tiny overlooked spice has the exact compound needed to start this process naturally within minutes. So the question is, what is this spice? And how does it work so fast to restore blood flow in men over 60? Let me show you. You gentle. The secret weapon hidden inside Declove. When I first started looking into natural remedies for blood flow and intimate concerns in older men, I wasn't expecting to find something so powerful hidden in something so small. But then I came across clove, a spice I had seen in countless kitchens, used during the holidays, barely given a second thought. What caught my attention wasn't just the tradition behind it, but a compound inside it called eugenol. Eugenol is what gives clove its strong, warm aroma. But more than that, it's a natural vasodilator. That means it helps blood vessels relax and open up, especially those that have it grown tight, narrow, and stiff with age. This is the exact problem we just talked about. The reason intimate responses fade is because the blood can't get where it needs to go. Eugenol helps change that. And what's amazing is how fast it works. When you chew whole cloves, the oils begin absorbing right throughout the soft tissues in your mouth. That means Eugenol enters your bloodstream almost instantly. No need to wait hours like with pills. Within minutes, men report a gentle warmth spreading through their lower body. It's subtle, not overwhelming, but it's real. It's the sign that blood flow is returning. I remember one patient, a 71-year-old man named Charles, who told him after a week of using cloves, "It's like something woke up inside me." That's power of Eugenol. Not just improving blood flow, but restoring the feeling of being fully alive again. Now that you know the secret ingredient, let me show you exactly how to use it. Because the way you take it makes all the difference. The 60-second clove chewing method. How to do it right. When I first recommended clove to my patients, I quickly learned that how you use it matters just as much as using it at all. One man, Harold 73, had been sprinkling clove powder into his tea, wondering why anything was changing. I told him, it's not just what you take, it's how you activate it. That's when I walked him through the simple 60-second method, and within a week, Harold called to say he'd felt warmth and energy down below they hadn't felt in years. So, here's exactly how to do it. The right way. Start with 2 or 3 whole cloves. Not powder, not oil, just the dried flower bud. Place them between your back teeth and gently bite down until you'll feel them crack open. For the first 30 seconds, don't chew. Just let the oil sit and mix with your saliva. That's when the Eugenol begins absorbing through the soft tissues of your mouth, entering your bloodstream directly. Then, slowly chew for the next 30 seconds. Let every drop of oil release. You can spit out the remnants or swallow them. By then, the active compounds have already started working. And here's the beauty of it. This method takes just 1 minute a day. No pills, no appointments, no waiting rooms. Just a simple ritual you can do in your kitchen that supports blood flow, calmness, and confidence. But when you chew is just as important as how you chew. So, next I want to show you the exact times of day that make this method even more powerful. Times when your body is naturally ready to absorb and respond. This is where their transformation begins. Over the years, I've learned that timing is everything, especially when it comes to natural well-being. One of my patients, Gerald, was faithfully chewing cloves every day, but he wasn't noticing much change. When I asked when he was taking them, he said, "Usually right after lunch or before I brush my teeth at night." I smiled and said, "Let's fine-tune that." And once we adjusted timing, the results came quickly. Deeper sleep, sharper energy, and stronger morning intimate responses within just 2 weeks. You see, your body responds differently depending on the time of day. The best time I found for most men is about an hour before bed. That's when your nervous system is naturally winding down. Your blood pressure is stabilizing and your body is preparing for hormone recovery. Chewing cloves at night helps set the stage for deep, uninterrupted sleep exactly when vital hormones are produced. It also promotes calm, smooth circulation that supports your reproductive system while you rest. The second best time, first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. That's when you can jumpstart your blood flow, clear away the mental fogginess, and walk into the day with renewed clarity. Some of my patients even chew it before exercise or intimate moments to enhance performance and presence. It's like priming the engine before turning the key. Remember, this is more than a spice. It's a tool. And when used at the right moment, it becomes something powerful. But timing is only one piece of the puzzle. Because if your body is stuck in a state of stress, no amount of circulation can fix what's really draining your strength. Let's talk about that next. I'll be honest with you. When a man tells me his energy is low, his drive is fading, and just doesn't feel like himself anymore, I don't always look at histoval hormone levels first. I look at the stress. Because what most men don't realize is that stress is the quiet inhibitor of hormones, especially after 60. One man I worked with named Don had near-perfect lab results, but still felt completely drained. He was carrying the weight of family concerns, financial pressure, and years of unresolved veteran. And his body showed it not in blood work, but in how he lived. Here's what is happening. When your body is under chronic stress, it produces cortisol, the fight-or-flight hormone, and cortisol and vital hormones reopposites. When cortisol rises, vital hormones can drop every time. That's why even a healthy man can feel sluggish, disconnected, or emotionally subdued if stress is controlling things. This is where clove becomes more than just aspartate. It contains a powerful compound called beta-caryopyline. This natural agent interacts with special receptors in your brain responsible for calm, balance, and emotional reset. Within minutes of chewing cloves, many men report feeling lighter, clearer, and more emotionally stable. Not sedated, but secure. And that's what allows vital hormones to come back online. Because your body can only rebuild when it feels safe enough to stop simply surviving and start thriving. So if you felt like you're constantly under pressure, this small ritual might be the release valve your system needs. But here's the real magic. When your stress drops and your vital hormones increase, something else happens while you sleep. And it's something most men have no idea is even possible. Let me show you what I mean. Sleep is something most people take for granted until they start losing it. I've sat across from men in their 60s and 70s who say, I sleep, but I wake up tireder. I'm up every 2 hours like clockwork. What many of them don't realize is that poor sleep isn't just about fatigue. It's the foundation for everything, especially your hormone health. One Mani treated named Franklin was barely sleeping through the night. But after a week of using the clove method performed, he told me, I'm finally dreaming Gagan and waking up with something you haven't felt in years. You see, your body produces the majority of its vital hormones during the deepest stages of sleep. Those uninterrupted quiet hours when your system repairs itself. If you're tossing and turning or waking up frequently, your body never gets the chance to rebuild. And that has real consequences. Lower vital hormones, lower motivation, and yes, less fermentimate responses. What makes clove so effective is its ability to gently calm the nervous system while improving blood flow at the same time. The compound eugenol opens the vessels while butyrolane soothes the brain. Together, they create the ideal environment for recovery, not just from day, but from years of wear and tear. So, if sleep has become something you dread instead of something that restores you, this small nightmare ritual could change everything. But there's something else that might be impacting your intimate responses. And honestly, most men never even think to look for it. It doesn't come from your bloodstream. It starts right inside your mouth. Let me explain. Most men are shocked when I tell them that one of the biggest threats to their intimate responses may be hiding right behind their smile. It sounds strange, I know, but time and time again, I've seen men who struggled with limited blood flow, low energy, and even chronic fatigue, only to discover the real culprit was inflammation, starting in their gums. I remember one patient, Carl, who had nearly given up on restoring his intimate life. Nothing was working, but during a casual conversation, he mentioned that his gums bled every time he brushed his teeth. That's when it became clear. Your mouth is one of the fastest pathways into your bloodstream. When certain microbes from gum issues enter your circulation, they spread quiet inflammation throughout your body. And those tiny vessels we talked about earlier, the ones responsible for intimate responses, they're the first tobe affected. It's like trying to pump water through a garden hose filled with mud. The pressure is there, but the flow is limited. What makes clove so valuable here is its natural antiseptic power. Eugenol is a strong antibacterial alkane that targets harmful microbes right at the source. Your gums, When you chew whole cloves, the oils penetrate tissues, cleaning as they go. And it's not just about fresh breath. It's about clean blood. Because when your mouth is healthy, your circulation improves. And when your circulation improves, you're male. Vitality responds. So, if you've been ignoring your dental health, it might be time to rethink everything. But here's the exciting part. When you start using clove consistently, changes begin to show up faster than you might think. Let me walk you through exactly what to expect at 714 and 30 days. You'll be amazed. One of the most fulfilling parts of my work is hearing how small, consistent changes create real transformation. You remember a man named Thomas who started the clove method a bit skeptical. He treated supplements before pills, powders. Nothing ever seemed to last, but I told him, give this 30 days, just 1 minute a day. Watch what happens. And it did. What followed was a quiet but powerful shift, one that mirrors what I've seen in countless men. In the first 7 days, most men begin to feel something visible, a lightness in their chest, a gentle warmth in the lower body. Sleep becomes a little deeper. Mornings feel slightly less sluggish. It's not dramatic. It's foundational. Your body is adjusting. Your blood is moving. By day 14, the changes start to pick up speed. You may notice more mental clarity and emotional stability. Waking up feels easier. Some men report spontaneous intimate responses or a stronger morning vigor, something they thought was gone forever. Confidence tours not just in the bedroom, but in how you carry yourself. And by day 30, that's when the deeper changes take hold. Circulation feels stronger. Intimate responses feel firmer, more consistent. You're sleeping better, handling stress with more ease, and feeling present in your own body again. You're not chasing youth. You're reclaiming vitality. But here's what makes this even more meaningful. It's not just about what clove does for your body. It's about what it awakens in your spirit. Because when you start to feel strong again, you show up differently in every part of your life. And that brings us to something every man needs to hear, especially if you've been quietly wondering if your best years are behind you. Let's talk. If you've made it this far, I want to say something heart to heart. You are not broken. I've had so many men sit across from me, ashamed, defeated, wondering what happened to the man they used to be. They whisper about how they've lost their spark, how they feel less visible, like their strength has been slipping through their fingers. And I always tell them the same thing. Decline is not your destiny. You're not finished. Your radius disconnected from your own power. Because here's the truth. Your body remembers. Your mind remembers. Even if it's been years since. You felt fully alive. The systems that once gave you energy, intimacy, and drive are still inside you. They've just been quietly impacted by stress, limited circulation, restless nights, and quiet inflammation. But those things can be reversed, not with magic, not with miracles, but with simple natural tools and the courage to begin again. What clove represents isn't just a spice. It's a signal to your body that it's time to reawaken, that you're ready to heal, ready to feel strong, grounded, and confident again. Their results aren't overnight, but they're real. And what starts with a tiny shift in circulation can ripple outward into every part of your life. So, don't measure your worth by how you feel right now. Measure it by the man you're becoming. One day, one decision, one club at a time. Now that you've come this far, you're probably wondering, Gexley, what to do next. Let's put it all together because your plan for lasting strength starts right here. If you're still dealing with getting hard erections, there's a powerful natural solution that's been helping men all over the world. Check out the link in the description. For a doctor-recommended erectile dysfunction remedy that might be just what you need. So here it is. Your next step. Get yourself a small jar of whole cloves. Keep it somewhere visible where you remember. Each day, take just 2 or 3. Crack them gently between your back teeth. Hold, then chew. Just 60 seconds. That's all it takes to begin changing the way you feel, sleep, and perform. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. Your body hasn't given up on you. It's been waiting for a signal, and now you found it. 1 minute, 1 clove, 1 decision. Your strength is coming back. Welcome home.